Jeffrey Epstein, a name that makes your skin crawl, a monster who preyed on the vulnerable. But the depths of his depravity, the sheer scale of his twisted vision, are only now coming into full view. And it's worse than you could ever imagine. We're not just talking about sex trafficking anymore. We're talking about a sick, twisted obsession with genetics, with creating a so-called master race. And he was using Jamaica's elite athletes as his lab rats. Emails released by the Department of Justice show Epstein was in contact with a scientist, an evolutionary biologist named Robert Trivers. And what were they discussing? A study on the genetics of Jamaican sprinters. They wanted to create, in their own words, the world's first elite human sample. Elite human sample. Let that sink in. The sheer arrogance, the disgusting racist undertones. They were talking about people like Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Usain Bolt, Yohan Blake, and Elaine Thompson, legends, heroes. And to Epstein and his crony, they were just specimens, something to be measured, analyzed, and exploited. And of course, Epstein was funding this, pouring money into this grotesque project. This wasn't about science. This was about power, about control, about a predator's sick fantasy of playing God. And what did Epstein, this monster, have to say about it? When the scientist wanted to continue the sprinter studies, Epstein told him to focus on transgender biology instead, because the sprinter studies had little public interest. Little public interest? Or was it that he had already gotten what he wanted? The data, the samples, the sick satisfaction of knowing he had his hands on the genetic makeup of some of the world's greatest athletes. This is the legacy of Jeffrey Epstein, a legacy of pain, of exploitation, of a monstrous evil that reached its tentacles into every corner of our world. From the trafficking of young girls to the disgusting eugenicist fantasies of a deranged billionaire. It's a story that should make you sick to your stomach. It's a story that should make you furious. And it's a story that we can never, ever forget. Don't let them bury this. Don't let them pretend it was just about one man. This was a network, a system, and it's still out there. We have to keep fighting for the victims, for justice, and to make sure that no one, ever again, has to suffer at the hands of monsters like Jeffrey Epstein.